Hello friends, welcome back to Study 2021 HSK1 words with me. My name is Xiaozhang. Do you remember the first 12 words in the previous video? If not, do not worry. You can review them anytime. We will learn another 12 words in this lesson. Now read the words after me. 帮 帮 to help. 帮忙 帮忙 help. 包 包 bag to wrap. 包子包子 bun. 杯杯 it's a major word. 杯子杯子 cup. 北北 north. 北边北边 north side. 北京北京 Beijing Peking. 本本 it's another major word. 本子本子 notebook. 比比 than more than. The first word we are going to learn today is 帮 帮 帮 is a verb, means to help. And 帮 is the first tone. 帮帮帮帮. Now let's study this conversation. 我不认识这个字，你可以帮我吗？我不认识这个字，你可以帮我吗？我可以帮你，我可以帮你。Now, let's look into the details of those sentences. 我 means I. 不 means not or no. Notice the tone here is 不, the second tone. 认识认识 means to know. It's a verb, means to know. 认识这 means this. And 个 is a major word. In Chinese, you need a major word to put in front of a noun, like a subject here, or object. 字 is an object. It's a noun and means a Chinese character. So you need a 个. 这个字 means this Chinese character. 我不认识这个字 means I not know this Chinese character. 你 means you. 可以 means can. 我 means I or me. Here it means me. Notice that in Chinese, I or me are same. 吗 is a particle for a question. You are expecting yes or no answer. 你可以帮我吗? You can help me or can you help me? 我可以 again 可以 means can. 你 means you. Notice in Chinese it's same like in English. You can be used as both subject or object. It's the same word, same pronunciation. 我可以帮你 I can help you. This is exactly same grammatical order like English. I can help you. Now let's read this conversation one more time. 我不认识这个字，你可以帮我吗？我可以帮你。The next word we are going to learn is 帮忙。帮忙，帮忙，帮忙 is a noun, means help, help. 帮 it's the same pronunciation as we just learned. 忙，忙 this is second tone here. So 波昂昂帮摸昂忙。Now let's read this conversation. 我需要你的帮忙。我需要你的帮忙。好的，请讲。好的，请讲。Now, let's study this conversation in more details. 我 again means I. 需要 means need, to need. 你的你 means you, and 你的 means your. 帮忙 help. I need your help. So the grammar is same like English. I need your help. 好的，好的 is very commonly used, means okay, very good. 好的 okay. 请讲，请 is a polite way, means please, please. 讲 means tell, please tell. 请讲 means please tell, or please tell me. Okay, please tell me. 请讲。Now, let's read this conversation one more time. 我需要你的帮忙。好的，请讲。I need your help. Okay, go ahead. The next word we are going to learn is 包。包。包。包 can be a noun, means bag. It can also be a verb, means to wrap or to pack. And then notice it's the first tone, so it's a flat. 包。包。Now, let's read this conversation. 我想买这个包。我想买这个包。好的，好的，我给你包起来。我给你包起来。Now, let's study this conversation in more details. So you already know 我 means I. 你 means you. 想 means to want. 买 means to buy. 想买 means to want to buy. 这个 remember this means this. ge is a measure word. Remember in Chinese, we always need a measure word in front of a noun. 这个 bao is a noun, means a bag. I want to buy this bag. 好的 again 好的 you need to remember this now means okay. This is a very common way to say okay. 给 in general 给 means a verb to give, but here 给你 means for you. 起来 used after a verb. This is a verb. When we put 起来 means up, so wrap up. So 包起来 means wrap up. 好的，我给你包起来 means okay, I'll wrap it up for you. Now let's read this conversation one more time. 我想买这个包。好的，我给你包起来。The next word we are going to learn, it's a food. It's a very common food in China. It's called bāozi. Bāozi is a steamed bun or bun. And it's a, notice the bao is first tone, but the z is neutral. There is no tone symbol, so it's neutral. Bāozi is a traditional and very common food in China. It is as common as the sandwich or bread in US. They are steamed buns with many variations in fillings. If you are traveling to China, you have to give them a try. Here is a picture to show bāozi. So there are five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And this one does show some fillings inside. So the fillings could be meat, could be veggie, could be sweet food. So different taste. Okay, now let's read this conversation. 包子多少钱一个？包子多少钱一个？1元钱一个。1元钱一个。Now let's study this conversation in details. 多少 多 means many. 少 means a few. 多少 means how many, how much. 钱 money. 多少钱 means how much money. 一个 notice the tone. 一 is the number. Normally it's pronounced as 一, but when this is a fourth tone here, it is changed to 一个 个 again it's a measure word. 一个包子多少钱一个？ The bun, how much money each? 一个 means one. The bun, how much money each? Or how much money one? So how much is a bun? 1元 Notice here the tone of 一, the number 1 changed to fourth tone here because the following is the second tone. 1元 So it changed to fourth tone. 1元钱 Again, 钱 means money. 一个1元钱一个 1 yuan for 1 yuan for 1. So yuan in Chinese, it's the Chinese dollar. So it's called yuan, or it's called RMB, 人民币, yuan. Now let's read this conversation one more time. 包子多少钱一个？1元钱一个。How much is a bun? 1 for 1 yuan. The next word we are going to learn is 杯. 杯 means cup, and it's mainly used as a measure word. So it is used together with an object that you use a cup to measure. For example, coffee, tea, uncooked rice, flowers, etc. So whenever you use a cup to measure, so you use this word 杯, and its first tone, 杯, 杯. Now let's read the conversation. 我想要一杯咖啡。我想要一杯咖啡。我想要一杯茶。我想要一杯茶。Now let's study those sentences. 我 you already know that. I 想 we also learned that means to want. 要 means to get. 想要 means want to get. Want to get. 一杯 notice it's a fourth tone. 一杯 E is a number. Normally it's pronounced as E first tone. However, when the next word is first tone, so it becomes the fourth tone. This is a rule, so you just need to remember. E before the first tone becomes the fourth tone. So 一杯 a cup of. 咖啡 this is from English. Coffee. 咖啡 茶 means tea. 茶我想要一杯咖啡。I want a cup of coffee. I would like a cup of coffee. 我想要一杯茶。I'd like a cup of tea. I want a cup of tea. The next word we are going to learn is 杯子。杯子 we just learned a 杯 which is a measure word which many use a cup to measure, and the bēizi itself means cup. 杯子 cup. 杯 first tone. 子 it's neutral. 杯子 Now let's study this conversation. 这个杯子真好看。确实不错。这个杯子真好看。确实不错。Now let's look into details of this conversation. 这个 you already know that. This 个 is the measure word. 这个 So 杯子 cup we use the measure word 个。真 means really, very. 好看 means pretty, beautiful. 好看 好 means good. 看 means look. 好看 means good look. Good look. It can can be used for a person or for a thing or an item. So you can say a person is 好看. You can also say a thing is 好看. 确实 means indeed. Indeed. 不错 This is interesting. 错 means wrong. 不错 不 means no. 不错 means good. So it does not mean not wrong. It means good. Remember this. 不错 means good. 确实不错 means it's really good. 这个杯子真好看。确实不错。Notice 不 it does not pronounce as 不 because the next tone is fourth tone, so it's changed from 不 to second tone 不错 It's not 不错 it's 不错。确实不错 It's really good. The next word we are going to learn is 北。北 is a direction, means north. 北 Notice it's the third tone. 北 Now let's study this conversation. 请问我怎么去这个地方？请问我怎么去这个地方？向北走50米就到了。向北走50米就到了。Now, let's study this conversation in details. 请问 This is a very important structure. 请问 means you want to politely ask a question. 请 means please. 问 means ask. 请问 means excuse me, please, may I ask? So something like that. 请问我怎么 means how. How 去 means to go. 这个 this 地方 means place. Notice we use 个 the major word 个 for 地方。请问我怎么去这个地方？ How do I get to this place, please? Or may I ask you, how go to this place? Which means, may I ask you how I can get to this place? Or how do I get to this place, please? 向 towards 北 north 走 walk it's to walk the verb. 向北走 this is very interesting. Notice that it's different from English. It's a walk towards north. So the order is different from English. 50 meters 50米 50 meters 50 米 meter 就了 it's a structure and in the middle it's a verb means arrive. 就了 can be a future tense or a past tense. Depends on the situation. For this example, it's a future tense, means soon you will be there. and you will arrive there. But occasionally it can also be, for some situations, it can mean past tense, means something just happened. Now let's read this conversation one more time. 请问我怎么去这个地方？向北走50米就到了。Now let's study this word. 北边. Remember we just learned the 北 means north. 北边. 边 means side. 北边 means north side. North side. 北 third tone. 北北边 no tone symbol, so it's neutral. 北边北边. Now let's read this conversation. 请问厕所在哪儿？请问厕所在哪儿？在公园的北边。在公园的北边。Now let's study this conversation in more details. 请问 we just learned this one, right? It means, may I ask you, excuse me, please? 厕所 it's the bathroom, the restroom, or the toilet. 在 means is or to be. It means where something located. 在哪儿？哪儿 means where. 哪儿？请问厕所在哪儿？ May I ask you, bathroom is located where? Or so basically it means where is the bathroom, please? This is a very important sentence. 在 it means is 或者 is located. 公园的公园 means park. 的 means of. But notice the order of this one. 北边 means north side. North side of the park. But in Chinese we put the park in front and put the and put north side. So this order is very important. 在公园的北边 is. It is on the north side of the park, or it is located on the north side of the park. Now let's read this conversation one more time. 请问厕所在哪儿？在公园的北边。Where is the bathroom, please? It is on the north side of the park. The next word we are going to learn is a place. It's a city's name, and I believe most of you are already familiar with it. 北京，北京，Beijing, Peking. 北 third tone, 京 first tone, 北京. Now let's read this conversation. 中国的首都是北京。中国的首都是北京。北京是一个大城市。北京是一个大城市。Now let's study this conversation in more details. 中国 China, 中国 China. 的 means of China or China's, Chinese. 中国的 of China, Chinese. 首都is capital city. Capital. 首都。市 is 市。北京 Notice 中国的首都 is the order is different from English. 北京市 means is again. 市 means is or to be. 一个 notice 一个 it's the second tone. It's changed to 一个大城市大 means big. 城市 means city. Big city. Metropolis. Big city. 北京是一个大城市。北京 is a big city. Now let's read this conversation. 中国的首都是北京。北京是一个大城市。Now let's learn another measure word. 板 It's a third tone. Again, it's a measure word. So 本 is mainly used to measure books or magazines or something like that. So here's the conversation. 你想借哪本书？你想借哪本书？我想借这本。我想借这本。Now let's study this conversation in more details. 你 Do you remember it means you? 我 means I. 想 means to want. 借 means to borrow.哪 means which. 本 it's a measure word means 哪本 means which. And 本 is used to measure book or magazine or something like that. 书 book. 这本 remember 这 means this. 这本 means this book, this dictionary, something like that, right? Anything book, dictionary, novel, so you use 本。你想借哪本书 means you want to borrow which book? Which book do you want to borrow? 我想借这本。I want to borrow this one. So I want to borrow this book. This one. 你想借哪本书？我想借这本。The next word we are going to learn is 本子。本子 本 the measure word, but the 本子 means notebook. 本子 third tone neutral. 本子 Now let's study this conversation. 请准备一个本子。请准备一个本子。这个本子行吗？这个本子行吗？ Now let's study the conversation in more details. 请 we already learned. 请 means please. 准 准备, it's a verb, means to prepare, to be prepared, to be ready. 一个, we learned this one before. 一个, notice the tone. 一个 means one. 个 used to measure 本子。这个 again, 这个 means this. 个 used to measure 本子。这个本子行吗 means okay. 行 means is it okay? 行吗？这个本子行吗？请准备一个本子 means please prepare a notebook. 这个本子行吗？ Is this notebook okay? If you are tired, I fully understand. But now this is our last word. 比 比 比 means than or more than. It can also be a verb, means compare. 比 the third tone. So now let's read this conversation. 你们比一比，谁更高？你们比一比，谁更高？他比我高，他比我高。Now let's study this conversation in more details. 你 you remember 你 means you, but 你们 means the plural you, multiple people. 你们比一比，比一比。Notice 一 here is like neutral because it's put in between two same verbs here. 比一比，比一比。So it's not E, not pronounced as E, but E, 比一比. This is also a very common structure. 比一比. So a verb and put E, put 比. And that verb again, 比一比, means compare. And some similar verb like try, you can 试一试，试一试。So 试 means try, and you use 试一试. It still means try, but it just sounds differently. Normally we don't use 试 it itself. You can use 试试 or 试一试. Here you can say 比一比 or 比比。比比谁更高？谁 means who. 更 more, more. 高 means high or tall. 你们比一比，谁更高？ So you compare who is taller. So when I was a kid, my parents always want me to compare with my neighbors' kids. And I say, okay, 你们比一比，谁更高？ So can you compare who is taller? Well, unfortunately, I'm always shorter than most of them. 他比我高。他 look at this is actually means a male. 他 or he. 比 here means more. So this is not a verb. The here means more. 我 I or me 高 tall. So 他比我高 means he is more tall than me. So he's taller than me. 你们比一比，谁更高？他比我高。So we will have more example to show 比比 or 比一比，some like similar structures like this, so you will remember in future. Okay, finally, you just learned the last word of this video. If you don't want to miss the next video, please subscribe to my channel now, and see you soon.